All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome to today's, I guess, market recap. I didn't take a trade today. However, my bias did end up playing out. Price action was kind of dog shit just because we made a giant move overnight, but we'll go over everything right now. So, coming into this morning, I was leaning a lot more bearish than I was bullish, and I'll tell you why in a second. All right, so coming to the hourly real quick, what do we have? Well, we had these hourly intermediate highs right here. Dude. We had these hourly intermediate highs right here. Oh my fucking god, I'm putting my phone on mute. And then we had a unfilled hourly right here. So with this being said, I was like, okay, we just made it just giant fucking move down. Like, I want to see some form of retracement into like EQ of this range, whatever, rebalance this leg, and then we can look for shorts from here because we had major sell side right here. We also had major sell side right here. So I was expecting us to just continue the trend down and follow everything. However, since we made such a giant move overnight, I mean, it was kind of expected that, okay, maybe we are going to chop around a little bit. So that being said, let's go into market open. We have equilibrium resting. Let's just mark it out. We have it resting right here, and then we can go ahead and delete these lines. Okay. So I was like, all right, we also have a 15-minute. I was like, if we come up and reject this 15-minute and then just look for continuation shorts, this will work too. But if we just blow right through this 15-minute, then I'll look for a rejection off these hourly intermediate highs. And if we go through that, then my last line of defense is basically this hourly for value gap right here. So that is what I was looking for. Let's jump down to the 5-minute. As you can see, we have accumulation, right? What do? We manipulated higher. And then we ended up getting this 1-minute inversion right here. So some of you might have took this, some of you might not have, but there also was a 2-minute. And I was very close to entering this 1 minute, and I was like, let me just wait for the 2-minute, right? Luckily, I ended up waiting for it, and it didn't end up working out. This is what the trade idea would have looked like, down towards like these equal lows right here, or if you wanted to, you can hold down towards like this sell side right here. And then we have that external sell side down here as well still. So trade idea would have looked something like this, and then immediately stopped out. Now, after we got stopped out, I was like, okay, we still have this 2-minute intact. If we can come up and take out this 2-minute, I was like, I don't mind shorting again. So let's see what we are going to go ahead and do. Okay, we had this 1-minute inversion up here where if you took this, this is pretty much a discretionary play. I mean, if you could have took this, I believe it ended up working out. It was actually the inversion that started this entire move down. But we just edged this hourly gap, and then we also edged, look at this. We also edged this 15-minute gap by literally a tick. Or maybe, did we tap into it? Yeah, we literally edged it by, what, a pubic hair. What is this? By 1 point. So I was like, I'll just wait for the 2-minute, right? And then we ended up getting another candle right here, right? Really still no good displacement, still kind of edging it. And then I think we finally got the close. Nope, we still haven't got the close yet. At this point in time, I'm like, okay, it's just taking way too long to inverse this 2-minute gap. Like, I mean, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and enter off this. Stops at the highs up here, or that's just 118 point stop loss. But you can put your stops like somewhere right here. Still target these equal lows, and then aim for this external sell side. And then we have those external sell side all the way down here. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, this doesn't look too bad, right? I would give it like an A minus, depending on what your conviction was coming in this morning. I was pretty bearish, so I mean, it did go and follow the trend, but it just took so many fucking candles inverse. Anyways, if you went ahead and entered off this, I believe it would have ended up working out. It was either a break even or a win, or I'm sorry, it was either a loss or a win on this trade, depending on where you put your stop loss. Okay, if you put it above this fair value gap, loss. If you put it above this candle, loss. If you put it literally above this fair value gap right here, you would have got stopped out by ticks. So like, you would have had kind of a big stop loss placement and kind of a weird stop loss placement, because typically, like, I like to go above the last 1 minute for value gap, and if I did that, I would have got stopped out by literally a tick. So depending on where you put your stop losses, it was either a loss or a win, and I believe this ended up playing out fully. Kind of chop around hell along. Your trade idea can look something like this. You want to hold towards that external. Okay, look at this price action, and then all of a sudden we just started dumping off. Okay, and when we started dumping off, where did we hit? Well, we ended up hitting this original sell side liquidity right here. So definitely at least break even at this internal low right here, or these equal lows. And then if you want, just full TP at right here. Now, after this played out, there was really nothing. We ended up, I mean, I don't know if we ended up getting an SMT. No, we didn't. We didn't end up getting anything. Maybe if we got like a resweep of this low, and then we can target all this LR with this inversion right here, that would have worked. But we didn't get a resweep. We didn't get a SMT. So I mean, this was pretty much invalid. There was no continuation shorts that played out. Let's see, maybe you guys might have a question. We did come and tap into this discounted 5-minute. It looks like we did get some good displacement right here. So maybe you guys wanted to take this. This isn't like too bad, but I mean, at this point in time, we dumped what, 400 points during. Let's take a look real quick. 325 points during London and 165 points during Asia, and then New York opens up, we manipulate higher, jump all the way, and another 300 points. So at this point in time, you're like, okay, you're kind of targeting these lows that are rejecting off a sell side. We did have a higher time frame SMT with these lows all the way over here with the S. So I mean, your target's kind of botched in the sense. Definitely would have went break even. I believe there was an unfilled 3-minute right here. Yeah, this unfilled 3-minute. So this most likely would have been a break-even trade, more like a continuation like pattern trade. But I mean, overall, it doesn't look too bad. I give it like a B plus just because of market structure. And then all of a sudden we just started pumping out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, maybe we can find continuation longs, maybe. And not really. We ended up getting a tap into this 15-minute gap right here. And I believe we got a 1-minute inversion out of it. But I mean, at this point in time, it's so late in the fucking day. This probably would have been break even too if you guys went break even at the internal highs. Your stops can be like somewhere right here. You go break even right here. Or if you didn't, it was just let it ride or whatever, right? So this is what the other trade idea would have looked like. These continuation longs out the 15-minute gap, or actually we got the close right here, and I believe it was a 2-minute close. Yeah, it was. So this is what this trade idea would have looked like. You could have aimed for a 1-on-1. It would have smacked TP if you didn't go break even at the internal high. But overall, I mean, I guess price action wasn't too bad. This these two PDI swings right here were they didn't look bad. But yeah, overall, just wait for the highest time frame inversion in this, and then if you did enter off this 2-minute, it just would have depended on where you put your stop loss. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys blew any accounts today, Lucid just reinstated their 40% off eval deal after you get the 50% off with the first 2 purchases. So I'll leave the link in the description for that. But hopefully you guys didn't blow your accounts. Hopefully you guys stayed out the market. But yeah, if you guys took a dub today, fuck yeah, hell yeah, love that for you guys. And yeah, with that being said, I will catch y'all boys tomorrow.